Today is the 5th of January 2022. September 1st, 2022 will be exactly 3 years since we were in the biggest tornado at 200 mile an hour, moving at 6 knots. A hurricane is the same as a tornado. If you don't ever experience a hurricane, think of being in a tornado at 200 mile an hour, 10 to 20 feet of water for 48 hours. And you ask yourself, what if? What if Hurricane Dorian would have hit Nassau and stayed over New Providence for 2 days with a surge of 20 feet? Would the members of parliament, the government, treat the people of Nassau the way they have treated the people of Abaco? 2 years. I saw hundreds of people from all over the world come and say they would help Abaco and Grand Bahama. Basically 2 islands that really was ravaged by Hurricane Dorian. What if it would have come down the whole chain of the Bahamas from Inagua to Walker's Key? With the government that we had, where would the Bahamas be? But only half of Abaco was totally destroyed. From the Abaco Club south, there hardly a cone came off the pine trees. But in Marshall Harbor proper, we had 20 foot of water that the sharks came ashore all the way up to the Western Auto building. But all that time, the FNM was in power. They did not rebuild one single home. And then when we look at it, when the Progressive Liberal Party was in power, the last hurricane we had, Jane and Sandy, I think it was, 2 hurricanes back to back. The Progressive Liberal Party repaired over 60 homes, repaired over 300 homes, rebuilt 60 homes. One place, I think it's India, that gave my member of parliament there in Henfield $1 million. A whopping $1 million from one country. And not one single house was repaired nor rebuilt with the $1 million that the Indian government gave the Minister of Foreign Affairs there in Henfield for the people of the Bahamas. It is so bad in Abaco that today, after the worst thing that ever happened to Abaco, the Defense Force, they left 9 trailers that was nearly brand new when they moved into them. The Defense Force officers stole the mattresses, they stole the microwave, the radio system, they stole that, the air conditioner that was in the trailer. These guys were absolutely horrible. That ain't bad. They stole 100 generators. When the Jamaicans said, we're not gonna sign, see, the Jamaicans hold the 300 generators that were sent in here. They secured in the day. At night, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force secured it. They took a whopping 150 generators in one night from the people of Abaco. That's our Defense Force. The Jamaicans had pride and integrity. They say, brother, we can't sign onto that to say that everything is okay. Because if we go back to Jamaica and said that we're caught up in thieving from a people that we came to help, we will all be ex-Marines. But the Royal Bahamas Defense Force took a whopping 150 in one night. Nothing never happened. But what if that hurricane would have happened to Nassau? What would the government do? But people are here fighting over these trailers that the Defense Force stole everything from. And to them, that is better than sleeping in the car, sleeping in the elements. That is back to some normalcy. We're still waiting to see what the Progressive Liberal Party is going to do. We haven't heard anything from the Bakers Bay money. We haven't heard anything about those 60 homes that the F&M said that they were going to build. All talk, plenty touring, no leadership, all talk. We are still not back to normalcy. My neighbors are still sleeping in the car, still don't have electricity. September 1st will be a record 3 years, and people still are in a dome. Still, it's not closer to any normalcy since Hurricane Dorian 2019. But what if it would have happened in your island? What if it would have happened to your neighbor? Some of them bragging about their big electrical position. They're not a big thing. But look at Front Street to understand. Still not a door on their loved one's home. But they're the big thing now. They're in the big leagues. Let's see if any big relief gonna come for the residents of Dundas and Central Pines that went to the poll and voted for ham and turkey. And the ham and turkey been gone from December. But the 27th of January, they went and voted for free ham and free turkey. What a bunch of jive turkeys. But what if your people were suffering a whopping 3 years in? What would you do? Kai is still speaking because Kai still cares.